Call your
Give
wives,
it a good
see
flow.
if she answers, and if she doesn't answer, we'll answer because we'll be right next to her. Watch out, kids. Hello, everyone. Welcome to No Drama, Just Movies, and we are back this week with another review. This time, we are here to review none other than episode 5 of HBO's The Penguin. My name is Cameron Crown Point Kelly Smith, because just like Vic's parents, unfortunately, I am just being washed away by I don't even know what. I am joined here by my esteemed colleague here.
This dissolved very quickly.
I mean, do you have a name this week?
I do. Phil, call your wife, see if she answers, Colin.
Ooh, that's amazing. I wouldn't want to be a Maroni. Not yet. We are No Drama, Just Movies. If you like our content here, please give us our channel a lovely little subscribe as we now head into our review. So I'm going to start this one off this week just because one thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I felt like this episode was very much so a episode of foreshadowing as we get to the last 3 episodes of this series. Did you feel the same?
I saw it as the previous episodes kind of got the pieces, the chess pieces, in all in order in the right positions. Now we're actually playing the game. So it feels a bit like we're setting something up, but it's also moving very quickly to a position where it is, I'm guessing, going to checkmate or check. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, to what it's promising here.
Yeah, same here. And I mean, like, just to make everyone aware, I really enjoyed this episode this week. There was a lot of, I think, a lot of gears turning, a lot of moving pieces, but necessary ones, as we head into the final 3 episodes of this series. But in terms of the foreshadowing, I did feel that. I couldn't help but think, the final episode or final shot, excuse me, of this episode is, Oswald and Victor standing, in the underground trolley, whatever it's called, and foreshadowing seemingly that that's going to be where their shroom operation will be set up. And I'd imagine, I might be wrong, but I'd imagine that to me at least, that gave me the impression that one of the final shots probably of this entire season will probably be Oz and Vic, standing atop, I'd imagine maybe having won this war potentially, or at least being head of the shrooms business. I'd imagine that was that. I felt like there was some interesting foreshadowing in terms of obviously, the Gigante family and the Maronis in terms of where that ends up. If, the Gigantes are maybe a family that now does stay. I would love to see Sofia stay on, more as we explore this Batman universe, including, part 2 when Matt Reeves, you get onto that, please do. And also as well, I think one of the interesting things for me, which I did want to ask you about is I felt like there was also some foreshadowing in terms of, Vic in Crown Point. I almost felt that when Vic arrived in Crown Point with Oswald's mum, and she noticed that he was quite scared of squid, and that they have that that history there. I almost thought that I could see a killer scene coming where potentially Oswald's mum is the one that kind of spurs maybe Vic on to probably, I'd imagine, have to kill Squid in order to protect Oswald's mum. I feel like maybe that's the scene that could be coming. I feel like it has to, right? It felt like that's what was coming.
There's definitely some kind of confrontation coming because he saw them go into the house. So he might get some guys together. There, yeah, I can feel it coming. Not sure where that would go if like one of them, Vic, or I don't think they'll do anything to Oz's mom. I don't know if Vic survives this, if Vic's going to be around for much longer.
Ooh, you
It
think
might
so?
be. I don't know. I mean, something drastic has to happen with this, because otherwise, why set it up? So I think that there has to be a cost. I'm not sure if it's Vic, but maybe.
See, that's the thing. That's why I wonder if Vic is either going to be that fatality or if it is going to be Oswald's mum. I
I
think
think
one of the two. I think as well though, like I think that Vic, at least how I see it playing out, is that I think that ultimately Squid and his goons or Squid will probably end up infiltrating the apartment, and Vic will have to protect himself and Oswald's mum. And I do think that that final gear, that final jump, that descent that Vic will take will be him committing murder for the first time.
mm,
But I could also see, as to what you're saying, that it could also be very compelling if potentially he does die in, with in the act of trying to save probably Oswald's mum from, Squid and whatnot. So I'm very intrigued to see how that develops. But you were saying,
I think his mum, Oswald's mum, is a little bit too important dramatically. She's like a great character to like bounce him off of because it
mm,
gives him that she gives him that vulnerability. Just like he says in the episode, she keeps him good, but she's also got, the dementia is getting worse. So that's a little thing that you can mine as a writer. So I think she's a much more interesting character to write than Vic, and to keep around. So if they are getting rid of someone, but speculation, of course,
mm.
might be Vic. So yeah, going back to like what I really enjoyed in this episode because it was uh gruesome. There were a lot of like good points of like getting the pieces or moving the pieces around, eliminating other pieces, like John Viti, Sofia shooting Viti in there.
Mm.
Like there he goes. Um, but
Gotta
also
love a bit of blood money.
love I
Hmm.
like people taking it, like her becoming the new boss of a completely different family, I guess now.
You want, yeah.
Even that is a completely like strong move, I think. Um, but also, Oz setting is it Taj Maroni
Yeah.
and Nadia on fire, which was
Whew.
that was an awesome scene. That reminded me a lot of like Game of Thrones.
Mm.
It's like getting rid of your political rivals and like your rivals for power, I suppose, in like the most gruesome manner you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
Um, so there was a lot of there were a lot of like interesting moments in this one, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm really excited to see how Sofia and Salvatore, how they mix, what the real end goal is. Because, Sofia says, that, they team up to take out Oz and then
Mm.
take over Gotham together. But what does that mean? What does that look like? And it probably leads to one of my only criticisms of, the show and maybe the episode thus far is Salvatore Maroni. We've not spent as much time with him, but I don't feel yet that he's comes across really as this true big time gangster that, Carmine Falcone was. And
Mm.
I'm intrigued to maybe spend a little bit more time with him, maybe over the next three episodes to kind of really feel that. At this point, I kind of feel like Sophia I feel like she's much more of a character I'm far more interested in right now. And also, I'm very intrigued to see if the Gigantes do become a fixture of Gotham moving forward. I would like that personally.
They're not very like there is the name doesn't ring a bell, right? From like Batman lore.
Not that I'm familiar with, unless they really do mix with the Maronis, and I don't know how they're gonna do it, but intriguing. Well, that will do it for our review of episode 5 of HBO's The Penguin. We have a lovely little icy review system score on here because we love a good slush puppy, just like Penguin and good old Vic does. And so we are gonna give our scores for the Penguin episode 5. How many ices are you giving this one out of 5?
I think this one gets an 8. It was a lovely like again moving around the pieces, actually like gearing up to something a lot more interesting and promises for the next one, but also really stuff happening in this one, I guess. So yeah, an 8 of 10. That was
Yep.
wonderfully put.
It was. Well, I mean, I'm gonna follow in your footsteps and make it easier for myself. I'm gonna give this one 9 ICs out of 10. I love it. I love this show. I love this episode. We're cooking. We're cooking. I'm a Gothamite now and forever will be. So you're going with 8 ICs out of 10. I'm going with 9 ICs out of 10. So that will do it for our review of episode 5 of HBO's The Penguin. Once again, we are No Drama, Just Movies. If you liked this review, please give our channel a lovely little subscribe. Please hit that like, comment, share. We're just two movie and TV loving friends who love to have a good chat about everything in the world of TV and movies. And we release weekly reviews in the world of movies and TV, of course, as you can see right here. My name is Cameron Crown Point Kelly Smith. I love a good flooding. And I am joined here by my esteemed colleague. Once again, your name.
Phil, call your wife, see if she answers. Colin.
Oh man, call your wife. See if she answers, and if she doesn't answer, we'll answer because we'll be right next to her. Watch out, kids. We are No Drama, Just Movies. Thank you so much for checking out our review tonight, guys. And we will see you very, very soon. Take care, guys.